He didn't just want wealth. He wanted control, until the one thing he couldn't control destroyed him. Elias Grant never understood the meaning of enough. Growing up in a cramped apartment with peeling walls and a father who drowned his failures in cheap liquor, Elias learned early that the world respected only power, and to him, power meant ownership, owning assets, owning companies, owning people. When he discovered the world of investments, it was like finding a weapon he never knew he needed. He devoured books on market manipulation, studied the behavior of investors, and learned how to twist fear and excitement to his advantage. With one calculated move, he could make a stock rise. With a ruthless whisper campaign, he could make it fall. By 30, Elias owned more money than he could spend. By 35, he owned more influence than he could handle. But nothing satisfied him. Not the cars, not the penthouse, not the women who pretended to love him. What thrilled him wasn't wealth, it was domination. He didn't buy businesses to grow them. He bought them to take them away from people who cherished them. If someone wanted something, Elias wanted it more. If someone worked hard for something, Elias wanted to take it simply because he could. And so, when his assistant handed him a folder containing a list of companies refusing to sell, one name caught his attention: Dale and Sons Manufacturing, a small, family-run business still using handwritten ledgers and ancient machines. It was insignificant, irrelevant, a relic, and that made it irresistible. The owner was an elderly man named Arthur Dale, a widower who spent his days tending a small garden behind the factory. The same garden his wife planted before she passed. When Elias offered to buy the business for a generous amount, Arthur declined immediately. "It's not for sale," Arthur said calmly. "This company is all I have left of her." Those words should have ended the conversation, but to Elias, they were a challenge. He began tightening his grip around Arthur's world. He manipulated suppliers into raising their prices. He bribed auditors to find violations that never existed. He sent anonymous complaints to regulatory offices, forcing Arthur into inspections that drained time and money. He even spread rumors that Arthur planned to shut down, terrifying the workers into leaving. Within months, the once steady business was on the brink of collapse. Arthur, exhausted and defeated, agreed to meet Elias one last time. He walked into Elias's office with the dignity of a man who had nothing left to lose. "I hope whatever you gain from this," Arthur said softly, "fills the emptiness inside you." For a split second, Elias felt something tighten in his chest, but he buried it beneath his ambition and signed the papers with a smile. The factory became his, and the first thing he did was destroy everything Arthur loved. He ordered the garden to be paved over. He demolished the original building. He replaced the cozy workspace with a cold fortress of steel, glass, and neon lights an altar to his ego. But the moment he put his name on the property, the universe began to collect its debt. Employees who had worked there for decades resigned. Business partners withdrew one by one. Uncomfortable with Elias's reputation, old clients switched to competitors, saying they refused to support a man who crushes the gentle. Even his inner circle, people who admired him for his ruthlessness, began whispering behind his back. It wasn't fear anymore. It was disgust. Then one night, at 2:13 a.m., Elias's phone rang. Arthur Dale had passed away. Stress-induced heart failure. For the first time in his life, Elias felt something unfamiliar. His chest tightened, his breath caught. Guilt. Dark, suffocating guilt. He tried to ignore it. He threw himself deeper into work, into acquisitions, into manipulation. He bought 3 more companies just to prove to himself, maybe, that he was still in control. But karma moves quietly before it strikes. An employee he had mistreated years ago came forward as a whistleblower. Documents, emails, recordings, proof of every corruption tactic Elias used. Investigations erupted. Investors panicked. His board of directors held an emergency vote, and Elias Grant, the man who once believed he owned the world, was forcibly removed from his own empire. His bank accounts were frozen under federal review. His properties were seized as collateral. His friends who stayed only because of his money vanished overnight. Then came the final blow. A violent storm hit the city. Lightning struck the metal exterior of the very building Elias stole from Arthur. A fire erupted, swallowed the entire structure and burned it to the ground. Electricity, wind, nature. Elements Elias could never control. He arrived at the scene just as the last beam crumpled into a pile of glowing ash. Rain poured down on him, heavy and cold. His expensive suit clung to his skin, his shoes sank into the mud, and in front of him lay the ruins of everything he had sacrificed his soul for. No empire, no power, no control, just a man standing alone in the rain, realizing that in trying to own everything, he had lost the only thing he never valued himself. If you were Elias, would you finally learn humility, or would you still blame the world for a downfall you built with your own hands?